Hello fellow travellers, I'm Dave Green, you're watching Hometowns. Today I'm in Truro in Cornwall and I'm being shown around by the comedian Matt Price. Hope you enjoy the episode. Here he is, Matt Price.
If you go straight ahead...
This way?
Yeah, that way. I can show you where the house is. Now see, to the left there is currently... That has had so many incarnations. It used to be a scrapyard, and I think I'm right in saying that my dad wrote a letter to the council and managed to get it so that it's no longer a scrapyard. I think my dad takes credit for that one. Look up to the right. That has been... Our family have been there since 1860, and we're on the one on the right. It has a sort of back house attached to it. Obviously, it's been done up in recent years. The walls, as far as I know, are about 4 foot thick. So they used to build houses in those days to really last. The fish factory was about 200 yards to the left of the house, originally the original fish factory. And one member of staff would leave every day. It was that rough a place. I started with 12 people. Within 4 days, I was the only person left. I've seen grown men burst into tears. I've seen grown men, because it was so cold, it was about 2 degrees centigrade, and you do 4 hours at a time, and the fish would be cut in half. You have to peel the skin off the back of a trout, and you do it for 4 hours. So there's a lot of fish involved. So it was a tedious job. You've got people on the machines who are insulting every member of your family in ways that I didn't even know existed. It really helped me in terms of comedy. One of the guys took me under his wing, and he said to me one day on the machine, look, he said, see T-Fal over there with his bloody big head. He said, he's going to say something and I've got to reply, and I'll show you how it works. You know what I mean? I'll say something to him and he'll go, yeah, is that right? I shagged your mum. He said, and it's all right because I've already got my reply. You see? So I didn't realise it all those years ago. T-Fal, you bastard! Yeah, I shagged your mum. Yeah, in your fucking dreams, boy. Or whatever the comeback was. And I didn't realise it, and it's actually just occurred to me now that guy... But that was my first comedy course that I went on. There was one main nightclub when I was, of that age, where I would go to nightclubs. And of course, quite a small community. Everyone knew everybody. And this is to give you an example of what it was like. Me and my mate Simon had just spoken about tried to get in there one night. And the bouncer said to me, well, you're allowed to come in, but your mate's not allowed in because he's been banned for life again. Right? And he needs to come in. Didn't I say to you, Simon, you come in during the day, boy. Right, you apologise and I'll let you back in. Simon was banned, I think, for life 4 times in 1 year. It was that sort of place. That is like the main street. That's where some of the action is happening. We've got Hall for Cornwall there to the left. Around the corner is just a little bit further. I think it's Victoria Square now. I think it's Victoria Square. Yep, pasty shop there.
Oh yeah,
Rose pasties. I don't know.
Cornish pasties. So is it a big deal? I sometimes think like pasties. I mean, obviously it's a Cornish export, but as a Cornishman, is that something that you appreciate?
It's a massive deal. Are you kidding me? It's a huge deal. It's one of the things. I mean, I don't want to ruin this, but if you go into a pasty shop and you buy a rectangular slice, you should be ashamed of yourself. I tried a chicken madras pasty recently. My granddad would turn in his grave at such a thought. You know, but obviously the Cornish nation has to try and expand. That's Mrs. Rose pasty shop, classic.
So what's the best? What's the best one?
It's very difficult to say, actually. I know that because I like the one in Hale. You've got Hampson's. As you walk down the hill in Hale, you've got Hampson's to the left and Warren's to the right. And I went down one day and the pasties are massive. And they're like that big, which is not, how they hang off the end of your plate. That's how you know it's a pasty.
Big one.
And I bought 3. One for me the following day, and then one to take back to my friend in Wales. And as I was walking back up the hill eating one of these pasties, this old boy said, where'd you get your pasty from, boy? And I said, Hampson's. Oh, bloody hell, got it wrong. Should have gone right. Should have gone Phelps got flaky bake. I'm going, really? Yeah, they're the best.
What would you say is the best thing about growing up in Truro?
The best thing about growing up in Truro was probably my grandparents, really. They gave me a moral compass of sorts. It was weird. My grandmother was my mother. She was a great person. Before she died, she actually became an atheist. And I said to her a week before she died, you know, are you afraid to die? She said, no, not at all. She said, I'm not scared. I've had a decent life. And she knew she was dying. She said, I'm sorry to leave you. She said, but I'm going to be buried in the church because all the little old ladies who go to church with me, who make marmalade and jam to come along and sell to keep Truro Cathedral going, they all still believe in God. She said, but so even as an atheist and as a humanist, it's the right thing at a human level to allow people to have hope. So that woman was very precious to me, and that was the best thing.
So there we go. That was my Cornish adventure with Matt Price. I've been Dave Green. This has been Hometowns. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.